Commanders, Thranodi here, one of the developers of Kron Wars. I want to walk you through one of the most devious weapons in the game, the stealth limpet mine. This isn't a bomb. It doesn't blow up. It doesn't eat your hull. It's quieter and more vicious than that. It sabotages your shields in total silence, and you won't find out until it's already cost you a fight. Let me show you the whole thing start to finish. First, you arm up at the start. There are 3 limpets, and the difference is how far they reach and how hard they bite. The short range, 5000 Kron. It catches a ship that passes within 25 kilometers and quietly drops its shield resistance by 10 points for 6 hours. The medium range, 10,000 Krons, reaches out to 300 kilometers, 20 points off their shields, for 12 hours. And the long range, 100,000 Krons. It grabs ships from 1,000 kilometers out, carves 35 points off their shield resistance, and stays leeched on for a full day. I'll take one and go find the perfect spot. And placement is everything, more than ever. A single sector can stretch up to 5,000 kilometers across. Look at the numbers again. Short-range mine only reaches 25 kilometers. In a sector that size, that's a needle. You have to drop it exactly on the lane your target travels. The long-range mine forgives you, sweeping a full 1,000 kilometers. But you pay for that reach. That's the trade. Cheap mines demand a perfect read on where your enemy will be. Expensive mine buy you a margin for error. Either way, dropping one in the middle of nowhere does nothing. And here my favorite spot of all, a port. Think about it. Every trader in the sector has to come here to buy and sell. It's the one place ships are guaranteed together. So I play my limpet right next to the port. From the tactical deploy screen, and it goes dormant the instant it's down. Now every commander who docks in to render trades drifts straight into my range and become a passenger. They'll never feel. I'm not hunting one target anymore. I have seeded the basest corner of the sector. Silent, waiting. I keep tabs on it, right here, in my own Your Limpet Mines panel. What I have planted and where. This list is mine alone. Nobody else can see what I have left behind. Here's what makes it nasty. When a ship drifts into range, my limpet attaches to the hull and they get nothing. No alert, no icon, no warning. And once it's attached, I can track the ship carrying it from my Your Limpet Minds panel. I can see exactly where the ship is while the limpet remains attached. They fly on completely unaware, carrying a passenger that's quickly blending that straight out of their shields. They feel perfectly safe. That's exactly the problem. And here's the payoff. My mind is on the hull now, quickly hitting their shield resistance, and they have no idea. The next time that commander picks a fight, their shields won't hold the way they expect. A hit that should barely dent them punches straight through. Their defenses fail far faster than they should, and they're never connected to a mine they never knew they were carrying. They just lose a fight they were sure they'd win. That's silent sabotage. I don't have to beat them. I just have to be there fast. Before anyone calls it unfair, it isn't. The catch is you can feel a limpet in flight. But the moment you dock at a star dock, shadow dock, or your core base, it reveals it, and you can clear it for a price. Or carry an anti-mine pulsometer and sweep your hull clean out in open space. So, the smart commander checks before a big fight. The hunter bets on where you'll be. You bet on whether you are carrying a passenger. Both sides have a play. So that the limpet reimagined, a silent saboteur that turns your enemy own shields against them, playing it on the right lane, vanish, and let them walk into a fight they don't know they have already lost. It's live now. Go set some traps. Thanks for watching, commanders. Subscribe and ring the bell to catch every devlog and be the first into the next beta wave. Fly safe, or don't. Like I always say, it's your galaxy.